classification and taxonomy aspect of market failure. This is the most interesting topic, as we know that the market failure is related to different findings of ACPGU relating to externalities, and Pigovian tax was one of the issue. Another issue related to taxonomy and classification with respect to views of Nobel Prize winner economist Mead, James Mead. James Mead has also pointed out different ways of dealing with externality. So this externality issue related to the market failure is coined nowadays as classification and taxonomy aspect of market failure. There are neoclassical economists, neoclassical theory, and political economists have also interpreted in unraveling the anatomy of government failure. Nowadays, in modern economist is not only market mechanism and government mechanism, they are not sparing anyone. So modern economist says, modern economist view is not discuss more and more on market versus state failure in case of externalities, negative externalities. We have seen in earlier classes that there is damage, climate change, there is smokes through the industries, water pollution, air pollution, sound pollution, soil pollution. There are many types of pollutions are gradually surrounding us. And now the debate between markets, debate between solving the problem of this issue related to the case of ACPGU imposing Pigovian tax to control pollution. Likewise, James Mead cited the example of honey growers, honey traders, pollination because of bee farming. They place the idea of monetary help, some subsidies given to the honey producers, because due to honey, due to bees, keepers' behavior, investing their time in bees keeping, this helps in pollination and this helps in the fruits and vegetables and other commercial crops in a better shape. So there is a debate between one party saying that taxable capacity or the subsidy. ACPGU was supporter of taxable taxonomy. That means Pigovian tax on polluters. There is American principle, PPP. American principle is PPP. What is PPP? PPP means polluters pay principle. If you pollute the economy, you have to pay. In many countries, this PPP was implemented in USA, in Britain, in Japan, in European countries, in our country also. Pollution check on car, and they are faulty, they will have to pay fine. So PPP principle became fairly famous. We know that in any interview, they will ask you, what is PPP? PPP, 3 times. First PPP means polluters pay principle. Second PPP means public-private partnership. Third PPP means purchasing power parity theory of exchange rate. All 3 are being taught to the economics students, and you know it. Those who do not know by my lecture. The PPP is asked always in interview, and they will say you that what are the 3 types of PPP in different fields of economics. So today we are going to discuss classification and taxonomy aspect of market failure. And we will find out how far Pigovian tax against polluters is justified, or how far James Mead, a Nobel Prize winning economist, say that subsidy to the honey bees growers and another part is related to Coase, Ronald Coase, his approach, bargaining and transport cost. Ronald Coase says that there should not be any type of government intervention. No, Ronald Coase is also a Nobel Prize winner economist. He challenged the concept of Nobel Prize winner economist James Mead of British economist. And so there is discussion that whether taxable capacity, whether taxable Pigovian taxes, whether Pigovian tax, or whether James Mead prescription of subsidy or positive externality, and in ACPGU's case, negative externality. All these 2 aspects were challenged by Ronald, Nobel Prize winner economist Ronald Coase, who invented Coase theorem, that he suggested that there should not be any interference by government in solving the problem of social problem of externality, because it will lead to market failure. It will not solve the problem in true sense. It will create another problem. So we find that neoclassical theory says that there is a need to classify and taxonomy the core aspect of market failure. Political economists have also been interested in unraveling the anatomy of government failure. Similarly, we see the name Buchanan and Ostrom. Ostrom is also Nobel Prize winning economist. So many economists, Nobel Prize winning economists are having a group to find out the solution of market failure and government failure. Both are the problem. How can it be solved and by what ways? So Buchanan is also very famous economist. Ostrom is also Nobel Prize winner economist. They say that there is also a consolidated tradition in economics concerning the classification and taxonomy of goods and services according to certain intrinsic value, intrinsic properties. These line of inquiry have been new lenses of social scientists. This type of behavior is known as new lenses by social scientists. Previously, we have been seeing the neoclassical theory, and then we are seeing the political economist, then we are seeing the social scientist. These are the three groups who are working on the issue of pollution. And it has become a great problem, climate change and reduction of global level fishes from the pond, from the river, climate change. So we have to take with a new lens, means new type of thinking over the issue of market failure and government failure. Market failure is there and also government failure is there. We see in Bihar itself, large number of pools, bridges are fallen down. This destruction is called government failure. And in the market, you see, by eating lychee, many people, children died because certain insect in that. Such type of market failure in private sector also. So this Buchanan and Ostrom says that these line of inquiry inquiry have been recently taken forward under a new lens, under a new lenses, under new lenses by social scientists as said by Rayamanji, by Rayamanji and Paniagua. Paniagua in 2021 in their research papers. Books. Thus, now at the end, what we find out that externalities which were started by SC Pigou in case of pollution and Pigovian tax solution was given by him. That was also supported by James Mead, Nobel Prize winning economist of British. He was British economist. He said that he had given example of honey grower. Honey is honey grower means bees keeping farming. Bees keeping farmers spend their money for the development of bees and their product will be used in the market like honey. But simultaneously, due to bees, there will be good effect upon the other farmers who are growing fruits, who are growing flowers. Their pollinations were done by bees, and there is no return to the beekeeper. So beekeeper is not rewarded for that because there is no provision for that, and you cannot control it. It is by natural that bees go to the flowers bed and vegetable farming, and there they create pollinations. So James Mead says that it is better that government should give some subsidy to the beekeeping farmers. So this approach was very much famous, but later on, this was challenged by another Nobel Prize winning economist, that Coase, Ronald Coase. He was awarded Nobel Prize in which he says that this type of externality created in the case of pollution, in the case of honey pollinations, this is positive externality and pollution is negative externality. Then it is said by Ronald Coase, and that is known as Coase theorem. He said that by bilateral agreement and by bilateral dealing, and if there is no transport cost, then this can be solved by two parties. And the three parties will also be affected by this. So there is no need of any tax imposition on polluter or the bee pollinations being done by some party and other is getting benefited. He says that externality is a problem and which does not require any state intervention. Ronald Coase was against government intervention, and therefore he said that if you are getting these things, they will settle between two parties, and by settlement it can be done. If there is no transport cost, then through the legal method it will settle. There is no need of any state interference in this. It means market, government, market sector, private sector, and the government sector, both are not needed to quarrel. And market versus state, this is a dichotomy. Dichotomy means this one or that one. So that externality is beyond the market versus a state dichotomy. considering the most pressing and difficult human challenges. Modern economy says that you are talking about fisheries and talking about uh, pollution. These are nowadays a small thing. Big thing is pandemic. Big thing is climate change. Big thing is depletion of global fisheries. The whole world fisheries production is decreasing because of water pollution. Whole world. So this problem is known as the depletion of global fishery. Then is climate change. We see that in more heat in summer and more cold in winter, and leading to flood in European countries, in American countries, in British countries, in Indian economy, in China. Nature has been angry by their users. Building and building are constructed in the town and trees are out. So the whole town, without proper place using for tree plantation, it will lead to climate change, and this will be this will lead to all people. Everyone will be suffered. You have seen in Delhi water logging. Then everyone, even though I have seen a member of parliament, people have saved him from water logging. So this is the case. So conclusion comes that we should not quarrel about whether Pigovian tax is good or bad, whether subsidy is good or bad. Let us debate now that how pandemic will be controlled. This time we had a pandemic after 100 years. 100 years back there were a Spanish pandemic, or a Spanish uh, disease. It was called influenza. This Spanish influenza that was in 100 years back. And this time COVID has come, COVID-19. Now it may be possible that it had taken 100 years, because with 100 years the growth of science and technology is very high. So this type of disease created by nefarious design of some of the country, and it will put into a virus just after 10 years. In USA, I have seen lecture of the president. He always talk about Chinese virus. We say pandemic, but US president call always Chinese virus. It was created in China and spread to the European countries, hard hit, because China was constructing a belt road crossing through European countries. So most of the Chinese were working there, and that was spread there. From them to all European nations were hard hit. Number of deaths were so high, it was impossible to imagine. So let us discuss how to control pandemic, how to control climate change, how the depletion of global fisheries will be controlled without quarreling that market versus state dichotomy. This is no time to use your time for discussing that market versus state dichotomy. That means market failure or government failure. Government will say it is due to market failure, and market will say that it is due to government failure. This class should be stopped, and let us think in a broader sense. All 4 or 5 Nobel Prize winner economists have systematically developed this model and its cure. Let us think about that. Nordos was awarded Nobel Prize for climate change. So we should take it in that way. Challenge should be taken uh, considering the most pressing and difficult human challenges related to externalities such as pandemic, climate change, and the depletion of global fishery, rather than discussing how to conceptualize and taxonomize externalities beyond the market and versus the state dichotomy. Don't waste time on this deciding taxonomizing the externalities, or not take the example of honey and car pollution so that to conceptualize. In a broader sense, if you take the case, then it will be pandemic, climate change, the depletion of global fishery. These are the events in the world which are coming in coming future as a externality, and how to solve it. That should be discussed in a better way. Although Robert's course has given a solution which is possible if there is no transportation cost, if there is a property right, then this can be done by bilateral negotiation. Robert Coase says that there is no need of a state interference in this case. That's all. And at the last, like it, subscribe it, and comment it. This is also due to climate change.